Did you know that some of the vegetables you've eaten your whole life, the ones you believed protected your heart, your memory, and your health, can actually accelerate aging, fuel inflammation, and quietly damage your brain from the inside out? It sounds shocking, doesn't it? But according to new research from leading nutrition scientists, many older adults over 60 are unknowingly filling their plates with vegetables that do far more harm than good. The truth is this: not all vegetables are created equal. Some are filled with healing compounds that protect your heart, strengthen your bones, and sharpen your memory. But others, even the healthy-looking ones, are loaded with hidden chemicals, starches, and inflammatory compounds that can trigger joint pain, spike your blood sugar, and drain your energy day after day. For older adults, these small mistakes at the dinner table can mean the difference between living strong and independent and feeling weak, foggy, and exhausted. But here's the good news. Once you learn which vegetables to avoid and which ones to embrace, you can transform your health completely from the inside out. So today, we're diving deep into the 4 worst vegetables you should never eat after 60 and the 4 best ones that can help you stay young, sharp, and full of life. Before we start, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button right now and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you're enjoying this video so far, please type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and let me know how I can make better content for you. Now let's begin with the truth about the vegetables that are secretly harming you. The 4 worst vegetables for seniors. Vegetable number 1, canned or pickled vegetables. At first glance, canned or pickled vegetables seem like a blessing. They're easy to store, quick to prepare, and incredibly convenient for seniors living alone or on a tight budget. Many older adults keep shelves stacked with canned green beans, pickled beets, and olives, believing they're making smart, thrifty choices. Take Helen, a 72-year-old widow from Ohio. For years, she kept her pantry stocked with canned vegetables, convinced she was being practical and healthy. But what Helen and millions of seniors like her don't realize is that inside those shiny cans and glass jars lies a hidden danger that quietly damages the heart, kidneys, and even the brain. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most canned or pickled vegetables are loaded with sodium, sometimes 800 to 1,200 milligrams per serving. That's nearly half of the entire day's recommended limit in just one small helping. And as the body ages, the kidneys become less efficient at processing excess salt. Instead of flushing it out, sodium lingers in the bloodstream, forcing the heart to pump harder, tightening the arteries like old garden hoses that have lost their flexibility. The result is high blood pressure, swollen ankles, dizziness, and an increased risk of stroke. Research shows that seniors who consume high-sodium foods even 3 times a week face up to twice the risk of developing heart failure or vascular dementia. The salt doesn't just sit in your blood, it damages the delicate blood vessels in your brain, the very ones responsible for your memory and balance. And here's the cruel part. Many of these vegetables are also stripped of their original nutrients during processing. By the time they hit your plate, you're left with a salty, nutrient-poor imitation of what once grew fresh in a garden. So if you want to protect your heart and mind, skip the shelf-stable shortcuts. Choose fresh or frozen vegetables instead. They keep their vitamins and won't poison you with excess salt. Because sometimes what seems convenient can quietly cost you the very health you're trying to preserve. Vegetable number 2, corn. For most Americans, corn feels like home. It's in our backyard barbecues, our Thanksgiving tables, and even our favorite snacks, from popcorn to cornbread. But for seniors, That golden ear of corn may not be as innocent as it looks. Take George, a 68-year-old retired teacher from Kansas. Every summer, he'd load up his plate with buttered corn on the cob, thinking it was part of a balanced, heart-healthy meal. Yet, over the years, George noticed his blood sugar creeping up, his joints aching more, and his belly expanding, even though he rarely touched dessert. His doctor finally told him the truth. The vegetable he loved most was quietly harming him from the inside. Here's why. Corn is not truly a vegetable. It's a starchy grain that's high in carbohydrates and natural sugars. One medium ear of corn contains nearly the same amount of sugar as a small donut. For seniors whose bodies become less efficient at processing glucose with age, this can lead to dangerous blood sugar spikes, followed by sharp crashes that sap your energy and cloud your mind. Worse, most corn grown in the United States today is genetically modified, GMO, and heavily sprayed with herbicides like glyphosate, a chemical that researchers have linked to gut inflammation, hormonal disruption, and even increased cancer risk over long-term exposure. Nutrition researchers warn that the combination of high starch and pesticide residues makes corn one of the most deceptive foods for seniors. It feels wholesome, but it silently feeds inflammation and insulin resistance. Even popcorn, that seemingly innocent movie night snack, can be a trap, especially when covered in hydrogenated oils and artificial flavorings that raise cholesterol and damage your arteries. So before you reach for that bag of frozen corn or microwave popcorn, remember it's not your friend, it's your trigger. Vegetable number 3, nightshade vegetables. They look beautiful, colorful, and full of life. Tomatoes glistening in a salad, golden potatoes on the side, or roasted peppers straight from the grill. But for many seniors, these popular, seemingly healthy vegetables can quietly fuel the very pain and stiffness they're trying to escape. Margaret, a 74-year-old grandmother from Arizona, learned this the hard way. She adored her tomato soup and morning hash browns. Yet over time, her fingers began to swell. Her knees ached more each week, and even walking to the mailbox became painful. Her doctor first called it arthritis, a normal part of aging, he said, until a nutritionist pointed out something Margaret had never imagined. Her vegetables were making her sick. Tomatoes, eggplants, bell peppers, and white potatoes belong to a family called nightshades, plants that naturally contain chemical compounds known as alkaloids, specifically solanine and capsaicin. In small amounts, these are harmless. But for older adults with joint inflammation, arthritis, or autoimmune issues, alkaloids can trigger a reaction that feels like fire beneath the skin. They intensify inflammation, irritate nerve endings, and may even interfere with calcium absorption, weakening bones over time. Studies confirm that many seniors experience reduced joint pain and stiffness after removing nightshades from their diet for as little as 3 weeks. Yet the danger isn't just in the vegetables themselves, it's how they're cooked. When fried in refined oils or turned into processed foods like French fries or eggplant parmesan, these vegetables become ticking time bombs loaded with oxidized fats and inflammatory compounds that attack your joints and arteries simultaneously. For older adults, inflammation is the true root of aging, and nightshades, especially fried ones, are silent accelerators. So before you reach for that plate of fries or that bright tomato pasta, pause and ask yourself, is this comfort or is it pain disguised as food? Vegetable number 4, iceberg lettuce. It's crisp, light, and a familiar face in nearly every American dinner plate. From diners to retirement homes, iceberg lettuce has been the go-to healthy choice for decades. It looks refreshing, it's cheap, and it makes a salad look full. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Iceberg lettuce might be one of the most misleading vegetables seniors eat. It's not dangerous because of toxins or pesticides. It's dangerous because it tricks you into thinking you're nourishing your body when in reality you're not. Take Robert, a 76-year-old from Florida who proudly told his doctor that he ate salad every day. He believed he was fueling his body with greens and vitamins. But when Robert began to feel tired, weak, and forgetful, blood tests revealed low levels of folate, vitamin K, and iron, key nutrients for heart and brain health. His daily salad was nothing more than iceberg lettuce, a few croutons, and dressing. His doctor sighed gently and said, "Robert, that salad isn't feeding you. It's fooling you." Here's the reality. Iceberg lettuce is almost 96% water and contains minimal fiber, vitamins, or minerals. One cup offers less than 10% of your daily vitamin K and virtually no antioxidants. For seniors, this means you're filling your stomach without actually supporting your bones, your blood, or your brain. Over time, relying on low-nutrient vegetables like iceberg lettuce can contribute to fatigue, muscle loss, slower healing, and even memory decline. At older ages, every bite counts. You need foods that give something back. Iceberg lettuce gives you nothing. It's like spending your last dollar on air. It looks like something, but it buys you nothing. If you truly want to protect your bones, blood, and brain, switch from iceberg to spinach, kale, or mixed greens. They're loaded with vitamins A, C, K, and folate, the nutrients that keep your heart pumping and your memory sharp. Because, as it turns out, real healing doesn't come from what's light and empty. It comes from what's alive and green. The 4 best vegetables for seniors. And speaking of alive and green, get ready. Now we're going to reveal the 4 vegetables that can actually help you rebuild strength, protect your vision, and slow aging from the inside out. Vegetable number 1, spinach. For generations, Americans have known spinach as the muscle food thanks to old Popeye cartoons and family dinners where parents told their kids to eat their greens. But for seniors, spinach is far more than just an old-fashioned vegetable. It's one of the most powerful natural medicines you can put on your plate. Take Evelyn, a 70-year-old retired nurse from North Carolina. After years of fatigue and fading eyesight, she assumed her body was simply getting old. Her doctor, however, told her something different. Her diet lacked the key nutrients her aging cells were starving for. When Evelyn began adding spinach to her meals 3 times a week, lightly sautéed with olive oil or blended into a morning smoothie, something remarkable happened. Within months, her energy improved, her eyesight sharpened, and her blood pressure stabilized. What changed? Just a handful of spinach. Here's why spinach is so powerful. It's loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 antioxidants proven to protect the eyes from macular degeneration, the leading cause of blindness in adults over 60. It's also rich in magnesium, which helps regulate blood pressure. It contains iron, which supports oxygen flow and fights fatigue. And it's packed with vitamin K, vital for bone strength and healthy blood clotting. A single cup of cooked spinach delivers more than 500% of your daily vitamin K needs. That's a true gift for aging bones. But the real magic lies in its antioxidants. Research shows that seniors who regularly eat leafy greens like spinach have slower cognitive decline and stronger memory performance than those who don't. It's as if spinach helps your brain stay younger longer, protecting you from the fog and forgetfulness that often come with age. So next time you're filling your plate, skip the iceberg and reach for the deep green, because those leaves don't just feed your body, they preserve your independence. Vegetable number 2, broccoli. For many seniors, broccoli brings back memories of family dinners and the gentle scolding of a mother's voice saying, "Eat your greens." But few people realize that this humble, tree-shaped vegetable may be one of the most powerful protectors of aging bodies. To the untrained eye, broccoli looks simple and ordinary, yet inside each bite lies a complex mix of nutrients and natural compounds that scientists now recognize as powerful disease fighters, especially for those over 60. Take Harold, a 73-year-old retired mechanic from Michigan. After a mild heart attack at 68, Harold promised his doctor he'd start eating better. At first, he thought that meant cutting salt or skipping dessert. But when a cardiac nutritionist explained the power of cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, he began eating it 3 to 4 times a week, steamed with a drizzle of olive oil and lemon. Within months, his cholesterol dropped, his blood pressure stabilized, and he said something remarkable. "I feel lighter, not just in my body, but in my head. It's like the fog lifted." That fog Harold described isn't just in his imagination. Broccoli is rich in sulforaphane, a compound proven in research to help the liver flush out toxins, reduce inflammation, and protect cells from DNA damage, the very damage that leads to cancer and heart disease. For seniors, this means fewer toxins circulating in your blood, less strain on your heart, and a sharper brain. Broccoli is also packed with vitamin K and calcium, crucial nutrients for bone density and fracture prevention, especially important for older adults at risk of osteoporosis. Plus, its high fiber content helps control blood sugar and promotes a healthy gut, which doctors now link directly to better immunity and mental clarity. So if you've overlooked broccoli as boring, it's time to see it for what it truly is, one of nature's most reliable shields against aging. Vegetable number 3, carrots. They're bright, cheerful, and a staple in nearly every American kitchen, from comforting soups to Sunday roasts. But for seniors, carrots are far more than a side dish. They're one of nature's purest forms of renewal, a root vegetable that nourishes the eyes, the skin, and even the heart. Yet many older adults take them for granted. Take Linda, 69, from Pennsylvania. For years, Linda complained of dry eyes, dull skin, and fatigue. She thought it was just age catching up. Her doctor smiled and said, "You're not old, Linda. You're undernourished." He told her to eat one simple thing every day: carrots. Within months, her vision improved, her skin glowed, and her energy returned. Carrots are loaded with beta-carotene, a natural pigment that gives them their vibrant orange color. Inside the body, beta-carotene converts to vitamin A, which supports vision, immunity, and cell repair. Research shows that people over 60 who consume adequate vitamin A have a 25% lower risk of age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in older adults. For seniors, that means carrots don't just help you see better, they help you preserve independence, letting you read, drive, and recognize the faces you love. But the power of carrots goes beyond eyesight. They're rich in antioxidants that neutralize free radicals, unstable molecules that accelerate wrinkles, memory decline, and even heart disease. Their natural fiber also helps regulate blood sugar, keeping your energy steady throughout the day. And their potassium supports healthy blood pressure. Carrots are truly a longevity food because they repair what time breaks down, from your eyes to your skin to your heart. So next time you roast dinner, don't leave carrots as decoration. Make them the centerpiece. Vegetable number 4, Brussels sprouts. They're small, humble, and often misunderstood. Many Americans remember them as the bitter, overboiled vegetables from childhood, the ones you pushed around your plate until mom finally gave up. But for seniors, Brussels sprouts are a quiet miracle. Beneath their modest appearance lies one of the most powerful longevity foods on earth. A vegetable that can cleanse your body, defend your heart, and even protect you from cancer. Take Frank, a 75-year-old Vietnam veteran from Oregon. He'd battled high cholesterol and sluggish digestion for years. When his daughter, a dietitian, encouraged him to eat roasted Brussels sprouts twice a week, he laughed and said, "Those things? I'd rather eat cardboard." But a few months later, something changed. His energy returned. His blood work improved, and his doctor told him, amazed, that his inflammation markers had dropped by nearly half. All that from one simple addition to his plate. Here's why Brussels sprouts are so powerful. Along with cabbage, kale, and cauliflower, they belong to the cruciferous family, rich in compounds called glucosinolates. When digested, they form sulforaphane, a natural detoxifier proven to activate enzymes in the liver that flush out carcinogens and heavy metals. Research shows that seniors who regularly eat cruciferous vegetables show significantly lower rates of cancer and cardiovascular disease. But the benefits don't stop there. Brussels sprouts are packed with vitamin C and K, crucial for boosting immunity and strengthening bones. And their dense fiber supports a healthy gut microbiome, which scientists now call the second brain. That gut health connection is key for older adults, helping regulate mood, memory, and immune response. So the next time you roast vegetables, give these green gems a chance. Toss them with olive oil, garlic, and a pinch of sea salt. You might be surprised how good health can taste. Final thoughts. Eat smart, age strong. So there you have it, the truth about vegetables after 60. Some may quietly steal your strength, inflame your joints, or rob your brain of clarity, while others can restore what time has taken, your energy, your focus, your independence. Aging doesn't begin in your body. It begins in your plate. When you choose spinach to feed your brain, broccoli to cleanse your cells, carrots to protect your vision, and Brussels sprouts to fight inflammation, you're not just eating. You're rebuilding yourself from the inside out. Each forkful becomes a small act of renewal, a promise to live with strength and purpose for years to come. The difference between fatigue and vitality, between fog and focus, often comes down to what's on your dinner table. So tonight, when you plan your next meal, remember this: you are never too old to heal and rebuild. Make smart choices, eat with intention, and allow every bite to carry you toward a longer, stronger, and brighter tomorrow. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, please share it with someone you love who deserves to eat smart and age strong.